A very good and blessed morning to everyone. Under the able guidance and leadership of our principal, Mrs. Reena Rajpal, DLDAV Shalimar Bagh has organized its annual education fair, Infinitum 2021. I, Sangeeta Sharma, extend a very warm welcome to our guest, Mr. Mayank Agarwal. He is an IoT system developer and is an alumnus of DAV Shalimar Bagh. He completed his BTech from BPIT. I'm prompted to use John Deere's quote: education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. Hence, today will make you understand and orient you for choosing the right pathway through this session. I would request Mr. Mayank Agarwal to address the students with his valuable thoughts. Now, handing over the session to Mr. Mayank Agarwal for his thoughtful insights. Yes, Mayank, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a wonderful introduction. And it's an honor to be here. And I feel proud to be an alumni of DLDV.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
I would like to express my sincere thanks to everyone for having me here.
ये क्या
And
गया?
I want to confirm one thing that you all can hear me properly, right?
Yes, students, you can all hear, beta.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
okay, beta. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started without wasting any time. So, can I start sharing my screen?
Yes, beta. Yes, you can start.
Ma'am, I think I need permissions to share my screen. I'm not allowed to share.
Not allowed to share. Okay. Hey, permissions are given, beta.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
can.
Now I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so please let me know when you all can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can call me Mayank. Please don't call me sir. So in this session, what we are going to do is that what what we will discuss is that first of all, I will share my experiences and knowledge that I have learned in this journey, and I will give you suggestions, and I will tell you my mistakes as well that I did that you should not do, and like I will try to make this a relatable session so that you all can grab something out of it after this session. So let's get started. So first of all, let me tell you, like, I'm assuming you all are in 11 12 non-medical students or science students. So like you all must be aiming for an engineering branch after 12th. So let me first of all give you a quick overview about different branches of engineering that you can opt for after 12th. You may be aware of these branches, you may not be aware of these branches. So let's start. So first of all, we have got computer science engineering or IT engineering. IT stands for information technology. So both of these branches are related to software development, computer science, whatever things that are going in inside your computer onto software level. Those all those things come under computer science and IT. All the mobile applications that you use, that come under computer science and IT. All the websites that you surf, that also, those websites also come under all these two branches. So these two branches are related with all the software related things that you see, like websites, applications that you surf on your phone, games, and operating systems, and many more things like software, desktop apps. So this all these two branches are related to the software development, in simple words. So after this, what we have is we have got electronics branch, from which I belong to. So I belong to electronics and communication branch. So if you are interested about the hardware part, like how, what's present inside your computer, what's present inside your CPU, what's present inside your mobile phone, what is the what is the architecture of circuit present inside your electronic equipments. If you're fascinated about those things, then electronics is your field, because electronics is all about designing the hardware circuit of a particular gadget or a particular device or a particular machine. And all these things come under electronics and communication engineering, where you have to research and develop different circuits for different which are meant to perform different operations and for different requirements and for different gadgets. So if you are interested more in hardware, there are some fields of electronics as well, where we merge this computer science and IT into that we merge coding and software development into electronics. Those fields are embedded systems, IoT, in which I work on. I work in the combination of these computer science and electronics field. So in those fields we merge these two engineering fields. But in college, in most colleges, you will not have option to choose both of the fields, so you'll either have to choose one of them. So let's move on to the next field. Next field is electrical engineering. Electrical engineering is all about developing developing high power systems that you see around yourself. Like for example, you see transformer in your neighborhood, you see uh, various energy measuring instruments installed in your home, that energy meters that are used for calculating your power consumptions. And you have all the like we have got big like towers to transmit electricity from one place to another. So electrical branch is all about that, all about designing those equipments, those transformers, those uh, machines that are capable of transmitting electricity. And the major difference between electronics and electrical is that in electronics we work on low value of current and voltage. In electrical you work on high current and voltage value, and you work on high power systems in electrical, while in electronics we work on some low power systems. Like for example, your phone hardware comes under electronics branch, but the transformer or the meter installed in your home, which is used to measure power consumption, comes under electrical branch. So this is the difference between these two. The next branch is mechanical engineering, mechanical and automation engineering. If you are fascinated about the internal architecture of cars, or the internal architecture of two wheelers, or the internal architecture of automobiles, then mechanical engineering is the branch that you can go for. Like it's all about research, it's all about doing R&D on the systems present inside the cars and in automobiles, all about designing stuff like which is present inside automobile. Like if you want to gain some more familiarity with that, how many of you have seen Tarzan the Wonder Car movie? Have you seen that movie? That
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you must have seen that they designed a car and they built a car from scratch. Like all they did was all they designed was internal architecture of that car. So that movie is all about mechanical engineering, and those who have not seen that movie, you can have a look if you want to gain some more clarity on mechanical engineering. Like I'll try to cover these some points where you can research and develop different where you can research on different branches of engineering just by seeing daily examples of your life. So the next is civil engineering. If you're passionate about buildings, or some like if you're passionate about construction, if you're passionate about developing buildings, bridges, or designing those things, then civil engineering is the field that you can go for. These are the main branches of engineering that you'll see in most of the colleges that you will be seeing, like most widely Now, so there are some of the fields of engineering which you may not be familiar about. So those fields are, and these fields are not much offered by various colleges. These fields are present in some specific colleges of India only. So if you want to go into these particular fields, then you'll have to make a list of colleges that offer these branches. So the first one is aerospace engineering. So aerospace engineering is all about building uh, aircrafts and spacecrafts. Do you know what an aircraft is? An aeroplane, fighter planes, fighter jets, and everything. Like, you must have heard of company name as Boeing. Have you heard of that company? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that company is the is that company manufactures the aircraft. So if you want to pursue, like if you are interested in building aircrafts or spacecrafts or rockets, then you can go into aerospace engineering, and various branches. Like, it's a very interesting field, so you can try for it. Other than that, we have got robotics engineering. Like, robotics engineering is all about building robots. You must have seen movie like Robot or Robot 2.0. So, I'm giving so much examples of movie because, like, it's a fun thing to learn with these things. So what you can do is, robotics engineering is all about developing robots that are meant to perform different operations. And India is also evolving in robotics engineering, and it will be a very hot field in future. It will change the scenario of technology in India if this field is gets hit up um, by a by the right people. So this is one of the going to be the game changers in field of technology if this field is evolved in India. Other than that, we have got mechatronics engineering. Now, you must have heard of this field. This is very popular, especially after Tesla coming to India. So people are widely searching for mechatronics engineering. Like, what mechatronics is, like, we are combining electronics with mechanical. It's a fusion of two fields, like electronics engineering and mechanical engineering. Where, like, you must have seen that in Tesla, what you can do is you can uh, control your car with the help of remote. Like, suppose you have parked your car in parking lot, and you want your car to come out of parking lot, so you can control that car with the help of a phone or a remote, by in a like just like you control a remote control car, like those toys. So that is mechatronics engineering, where we are using different aspects of electronics engineering and applying those concepts of electronics into mechatronics engineering. Now, mechanical engineering, sorry. So next is chemical engineering. Chemical engineering is all about building chemical products, doing research and development on chemicals, doing new inventions related to chemical products or chemical related inventions. So this is all about chemical engineering. There are multiple companies, like Reliance is also working in chemical industries. So after that, you can after all these things, after all your studies, you can apply into those companies where chemical engineers work. And the next is environmental engineering. So environmental engineering is all about building solutions or building equipment that is in that enhances the quality of our environment, like enhances the quality of air, enhances the quality of water in oceans, enhances the quality of soil, and all those things. You will be part of doing research on uh, all the solutions that may improve the quality of environment that we are living right now. So that all comes under environmental engineering. Other than that, we have biomedical engineering. Like biomedical engineering is all about working on mm, uh, living organisms, all about doing research, all about performing operations on living organisms. Like we must have heard of vaccine just now by various companies, and I am assuming we must be vaccinated. Many of you must be vaccinated till now. So that vaccination development is an example of biomedical engineering. That vaccine is developed by a biomedical engineer. So all the permutations and combinations that are being applied on living organisms in bio, or you can say, so that comes under biomedical engineering. And then we have marine engineering. Engineering is all about building ships, building the architecture of ships and all the equipments that are used in oceans. For example, ships, aircraft carrier, and all the other like systems that are being used to perform different operations in oceans. So all those things come under marine engineering. So now let's move on to the next part. Okay, so now this is basically a type of roadmap what I'm going to tell you. So now right now what I'm going to suggest you, like you can follow this roadmap or you can make improvisations in this roadmap as per your goals and convenience. So I'm assuming that there are mostly three goals of a non-medical student. There must be three final goals. One is that a person want to go in government sector, like a person wants to do an engineering job in a government sector, like for example in defense sector where we have Indian Army, Navy, and Air Force. And then other than that we have various sectors like DRDO, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and all those sectors are under government sector. Or you can say railways if you want to apply for uh, a job as an engineer in railways. So all those things come under government sector. And other than that, what mostly nowadays many people are going towards entrepreneurship. Like what they are doing is they are trying to build their own company which offer different solutions, which build different type of technologies. So they are doing that as well. And or you can go for higher, or many people have goal of going for higher studies. Or and the another goal that many students have is for job in a private company. So what I'm going to suggest you is, first of all, right now you are at this place, you are in 11th 12th. After 12th you will have two options. If you are fortunate enough, if you worked hard, then you'll get an admission in tier 1 colleges like IITs, NITs, TTUs, and many more colleges. If you Which is okay if you don't, and it's okay if you don't get admission in those colleges. It's completely fine. It's not just about those colleges are not everything. You can go into tier 2 or tier 3 colleges. So after 12th you will either, I'm assuming you'll either go to a tier 1 college, which are the top colleges of India, or you will go into tier 2 or tier 3 college, which are not that reputed as compared to tier 1 colleges, which is fine. So after you get admission into either of these two colleges, you one thing you'll have common is you will have same branches of engineering in both the colleges. There may be slight variations, there may be slight difference, but you will have same branches in both the colleges, which will be computer science, IT, EC, triple E, mechanical, civil, which I told you just now. uh, Different branches. Or you can go for a bachelor of science degree as well, instead of BTech, from these colleges. So what I'm going to suggest you is that uh, you'll have either of these two colleges, you'll go anywhere, and then you'll have an option to choose any of the field. So any of the field you choose, after 4 years of completion, or after you can say after 3 years of your degree, you will get a chance to sit in campus placements. Campus placements are the things that happen in campus where companies come and offer you job, and you'll have to clear certain rounds of interview, and you'll have to if you clear those interviews, you'll get a job in private sector as different in different profiles. Like if you are a computer science student, then you'll have a job of software developer in private company. So I'll suggest you is that never skip this campus placements, and I'll strongly recommend you to grab at least one job offer that your college offers after 4 years. Grab at least one job offer that is of your utmost interest, and just go for that job. And after that, when you get that job, if you want to go into government sector, uh, apply for government sector in parallel to your job. Like I'll not suggest that if you want to go for government sector, then after completing your engineering you should skip your campus placements and then try for government sector, because that will be a very risky situation. In case what if you don't get a job in government sector, so in that case you'll like, it's not about, it's creating a backup. It's not a bad thing to create a backup. So what I'll suggest you is go for this campus placements, take a job, and then apply for the government sector. At least you have one job offer in your hand if this government sector thing needs some time to get hit. Other than that, if you want to go for entrepreneurship, same thing I'll recommend you is go for campus placements. Just grab a job and start doing things, start doing entrepreneurship things in parallel to your job, so that in case if your startup fails or something, like if you face any failure for some time, then you'll have this backup in your hand. And when you feel like that your startup has reached certain level and now you want to continue with this entrepreneurship only, then you can leave this job. Other than that, if you want to go for higher studies, you can skip this campus placement, you can. But uh, if I would be at your place, I would go for one job offer, and that excites me the most, and then I'll apply for higher studies. So in case if it my plan gets delayed for higher studies, then at least I'm not sitting idle. Fair enough. So this is for science students. Now I have seen many of the commerce or arts student after 12th, they want to pursue their passion in technology, but they didn't get a chance to pursue non-medical in 11th 12th, so they cannot go for BTech. But it doesn't mean that they cannot go for a technical field. Are you all able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, got it. So like what happens is that if we talk about a commerce student or an art student, then he or she can opt for, if he or she wants to pursue his or her career in technology after 11 12, and they belong to a commerce or arts background, then they can go for bachelor's in computer applications. Nowadays bachelor this course, colleges offering this course also offer campus placements. So this duration of this course is 3 years, and if any commerce or art student want to pursue this course, then he or she will have to will get a chance to go for campus placements, and he or she can grab a job in IT sector. And literally I know many people who opted for 11 12th in who opted for commerce or arts in 11 12th, but now they are in IT sector, and all they did was they did BCA and they did MCA. BCA stands for bachelor's in computer applications, MCA stands for masters in computer applications. So what you can do is, or any commerce or art student, they can go for a campus placement after 3 years, and they can also follow the same procedure. Like they can apply for government sector, they can also uh, go for entrepreneurship, they can also go for higher studies. So it's all about like building a roadmap. This roadmap I feel is the one that will minimize your risk. You can make modifications as per your goals and convenience into this, or if you have any other goal. So this will minimize all the risk factors that an engineering student can have, and this will do all the sometimes people, sometimes student have that fear, like what if they don't get a job in government sector. So it's not a wise decision to skip campus placements. Go for it, grab a job, even if that I can understand that many colleges offer job does not that does not interest us, but there's one job which fascinates us the most, and we want to go for that job, and sometimes we feel that we should not go for campus placements. But what I'll suggest is that go for a particular, grab a job offer that your campus will be offering to you. Go for that job, and then start applying onto those into those companies that is of your interest, or into government sector, or start doing entrepreneurship things or higher studies. So this is what my recommendation is. This is based on my experience and my understanding. And after this, okay, now I how like now the next step is, how will you figure out your area of interest? How will you determine that, okay, whether I have interest in computer science engineering, or whether I have interest in electronics, whether I have interest in mechanical? So students have confusions between many fields. So there's an activity for you, or you can say this is basically a hack which you can use to determine or predict your area of interest. What you can do is, like I told you about different branches of engineering here, what you can do is you start doing research on these different branches of engineering, technology, machines and gadgets, on YouTube, Google, everywhere. Like you see animations, you watch videos like how computer science engineer work, how mechanical engineer work, and then after that note down certain points on paper. Like note down answer to these questions that I have written over here. First write answer to this question, like about which field you enjoyed most doing research, like when you were watching videos of one particular branch of engineering, about which field you were enjoying doing that research. Like you said that I had no idea of time while doing that research. So you can note down that branch of engineering that can be of your interest. Other than that, the second question is, which gadgets or tools fascinate you the most? Like which type of machines you are most interested about, which type of machines, when you did research on all these branches, which machines fascinated you the most? Like if you say that, okay, so like if we talk about electronics, so you say like a home automation system fascinated me the most, so, or something like that. Which gadgets do you see in your around you? Like for example, you see a smartwatch. If you're interested in determining the network of that smartwatch with your phone, or the like internal architecture of that smartwatch, then you can say that, okay, I have some interest in electronics as well. So this was the second question. Now another question is third one, that on which technology, suppose if I say to you that, okay, I want you to pick a one technology of your choice, and I want you to work on that, start working on that right now. So what will be that technology? Like some of you will say I would like to work on app development, some of you will say I would like to work on web development. So that is of your interest, that web development is of your interest, which means that computer science engineering may be of can be of your interest. You can go for, you can try for that. Other than that, which technical activities or experiments you would like to perform practically? Like if you say that I love doing coding, like that is a sort of experiment or a technical activity that I love doing coding, then I computer science can be of your interest. If you say that I love doing reverse engineering on various gadgets, like I love doing like I love opening the CPU of my desktop, then electronics and communication engineering can be of your interest. If you say that I am very fascinated about cars, or I love to study about the internal architecture of cars, then you can say that okay, mechanical engineering may be your call. So all these questions, just note down the answer to these questions, and try to, like, this activity will help you find your area of interest after, when you will pursue your, when you'll go to pursue your branch of engineering, when you'll have a choice to make. So in that case, then this can help you out. Just note down the answer to these questions on a paper, and then ask yourself that okay, so now what should I do? And you'll get, and the chances are that you'll get the you'll get the most accurate prediction, and you'll enjoy that. Now what I want to tell you is that you all must be aiming for IITs right now, which is a good thing. IITs, NITs, DTU, at this place, which is a good thing. I try hard for that, work hard for that. But let's talk practically. Every student does not get a chance to get admission into IIT, DTU, NIT. Like I'm just saying, it's a reality. Let's go on to reality. So uh, so does that mean that career of other students, engineering career or technical career of other students is over? I would like to say a big no to that. It doesn't matter which college you study in. What matters is the real potential inside you. Even if you'll study in tier 2 or tier 3 college, but if you have that potential, then you'll succeed. It doesn't matter. There are many people who are college dropouts, like you can see Bill Gates, or many people, they are college dropouts. And if we talk about Indian entrepreneurs, Ritesh Agarwal, founder of Oyo, he didn't even go to college. So college does not matter. What matters is that what is your area of interest, what is your passion, what you are doing to fulfill that, and what thing that you want from, like, what you want to do. And like there are various things, like many people after IIT as well, they go for startup or entrepreneurship. So even if you are from tier 2 or tier 3 college, the best part about going for a startup is that nobody is asking for your degree. In jobs, in many cases, of job, people ask for your degree. But in startup, the most beautiful part is that no one is asking your degree. What matters is the skill that you possess. If you have that skill, and if you even don't have the college degree with you, then you'll succeed in that startup. If you have but if you don't have skill, then startup can be a dangerous situation for you. And same thing is for, and like you can predict, like you and an IIT student will be on same ground if you are going for a startup after 4 years of engineering, and you both possess certain level of skills. So my only advice to you is that work hard for tier 1 colleges, but don't get disheartened if you don't get admission to them. uh, there are many more opportunities waiting for you, and I believe everyone has that potential inside you. Inside everyone has that potential. So you just have to unleash that potential. And yeah, that's it. Like, if you have any questions for me, you can ask for me. I'm here to answer your questions.
Thank you so much, Mayank, for this wonderful insights shared by
Let's go
yourself.
for the
Now,
Q&A round.
yeah, now I'll request my students to ask questions, if any, or to clear their doubts. Now, yes, anybody who wants to ask some questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Gaurav. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Sir,
afternoon.
my question to you is that who should take mechatronics as a career that is a combination of two different branches?
Yeah, it depends on your interest. Like there are various students who have multiple interests. Like they have interest in computer science as well, and they have interest in electronics as well. Just giving an example. So if you have an interest in mechanical, or you say you if you say that okay, I have interest in mechanical engineering but I have interest in electronics engineering as well, so is there any way to pursue both of them at the same time? So in that case, there is a field, mechatronics, which you can go for, and it's your call. Like you can, there are various things. Like if you are interested in that electronics technology that is currently being deployed in mechanical industry, if you're like if you're interested in researching on that, then you can go for that mechatronics.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? Yes, Shivanya.
Yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. I
Good
would like
afternoon.
to ask that what internship programs or other co-curricular activities can benefit us further if we take up engineering?
Yeah, so like internship programs and co-curricular activities will be the only things
Totally.
will help you in will help you in engineering, especially because it's all engineering is all about doing things practically. Okay, I'm not saying that you don't study in 4 years of engineering, you just mug up those concepts as well, you just mug up those textbooks, but don't just mug up. Try something that excites you, like try something uh, that gives you a practical exposure, that gives you an industrial exposure, because at the end of the day, that is only going to help you out. It does not matter how much knowledge you possess. What matters is that how can you implement that knowledge practically. So it's all about applying that knowledge practically, and that thing will going to help you out. And in my opinion, that will going to help you out the most. Like if you go for internships, if you go for building projects, if you go for technical activities, if you go for co-curricular activities, and even companies also, when you sit for campus placements after 4 years, companies also prefer those students who went for some practical activities instead of those who just mugged up the concepts. Like there's various type of students in campus placements, uh, who have knowledge but they don't know how to apply that knowledge as well. So companies say that we want someone who can apply, who should know how to apply the knowledge. So you, and that thing will be going to help you out in your higher studies programs as well, those internships and co-curricular activities.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Shivanya has understood. Very good. Next, anybody else? Yes, Hitesh. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I wanted to ask, is doing dual degree worth it, and what are the courses in it which we can opt for?
In dual degree, yeah, you mean to say BTech MTech, right? At the same time, uh,
Yes,
it
sir.
it all it all depends on you. Like in my opinion, you can go for a dual degree, but you'll have to it's the duration for this will be 6 hours, 6 years, sorry, I guess, instead of 4 years, or maybe 5 years as well. It varies from college to college, and it depends on you that whether you can go for it, whether you're interested in doing that or not. Other than that, if we talk about the value, dual degree possess a good value, BTech plus MTech, and the colleges that offer those courses are, one I know is BITS Pilani, another one that I know is in IP University as well. There are certain colleges like USICT which offer dual degree courses, and there are various private colleges as well which offer dual degree programs. So it's your call.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? Yes, Raghav. Yes, Raghav asked.
Sir, my question is what kind of job opportunities a student get if he opts for electronics and communication engineering?
Okay, so the job opportunities you get are as a if you go for electronics engineering. First, there are different type of job profiles. First one is uh, a hardware engineer. roles and responsibilities of a hardware engineer is to design the circuits and the internal architecture of a gadget or a device. And another job profile is an embedded systems developer. In embedded systems developer, you have to fuse software into hardware, and you have to build a certain product. And there are various other job profiles, like one is validation engineer, whose responsibility is to test the hardware designed by hardware engineer and create a report and all those things. Like, it's all about testing the that hardware under different situations by using different test cases. And another other than that, you can go for network engineer as well, where you'll have to design a particular network. Like, for example, at your home you have diff, uh, you have a network of router, your mobile phone, smart television, Alexa connected to your, all connected with each other. So this is a kind of a network. So if you're interested in network, then a network engineer is an opportunity that you can get after 4 years. And you have various validation engineer. You have like VLSI engineer, where you'll have to design a particular chip by integrating thousands of semi transistors or uh, something like that. So, like, if you're interested in designing processor or microcontroller, then you can go for VLSI. And we have SCADA engineer, where you'll have to design a large scale implementation of uh, a particular system. Like, for example, uh, there's a network of pipelines in ONGC, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation of India. They have a network of different uh, pipelines that are being used to transmit oil and natural gas from one place to another. So in that case, they use various type of electronics equipments as well. Then a SCADA engineer has the responsibility to maintain and develop that network. So these are some of the profiles.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Yes, Asmi. Yes, Asmi, you can ask, beta.
So, my question is, what is the best career advice for the new generation of 2021?
Uh, the best career advice will be that follow your interest without looking at the pay scale of that job, or without looking at the scope of that job. Because it's my opinion, I believe that scope is something that is being created by a person, and that person can be you as well. For example, if you like, India has not great scope in robotics engineering right now, but we are assuming that it will be a big superpower in next upcoming years. So if you have that, if you are interested in robotics engineering, and if you genuinely have that interest, then go for that robotics engineering and create the scope. Like, it's not about entering into that field where scope is already there. It's about entering into that field which interests you and creating a scope, creating opportunities for others as well. It's not just about getting opportunities and go for it, and it's about creating opportunities for other as well. And another advice I would like to give is that, don't, like what I told you, like, it does not matter, your college degree does not matter if you have skills inside you, if you have potential inside you. Skills, potential and talent are the things like air that cannot be hidden. That will be, if you have that talent, that will be, the world will one day see your talent, and opportunities will come to you by on your own. So it does not matter from which college belong to.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, hope you have understood, Asmi. Everything
Yes,
was
ma'am.
clear, and your explanations were very good. Means the things have become clear, Mayank. So, in the
Yes.
end, I end the session by a thought that the best way to predict the future is to create it. Thank you for
Yes.
joining the session. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining
ma'am.
the
Thank you,
yeah,
everyone.
very insightful session. Thank you all. Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
students.
you, everyone.
Thank you,
Have a nice day.
Mayank.
Hope to see you
Thank
soon.
you. Yeah, thank you. And you can view this on our YouTube channel also, on the school's YouTube channel. The recording will be available there.